final game and fixture of the calendar year, and at one point this would have been seen as the perfect way to end on a win, but Luton have hit some strong form and won't roll over easy. We're into the final stretch towards 7,000 subscribers on this channel, so please do like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content heading into 2024. And for the final time for previews this calendar year, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Punch O'Clock! 51, I pressed the wrong button, 51 games, 16 wins, 12 draws, and 23 losses. An outrageous calendar year it has been for Chelsea. 59 goals scored, which is a lot higher than I remember, and 69 goals conceded. Home form as of late has been fairly easy going for the Blues. We're currently on a 4-game win streak in all competitions. Away from home, aka the game we're just about to play, it's literally the opposite. 4 losses on the bounce, scoring 3 in that time, but conceding 10. And it doesn't get much easier after this game. Games against Liverpool at Anfield and City at the Etihad. In and amongst the games, including a League Cup first leg to Middlesbrough and a reverse fixture against our recent fixture, Palace. A win here is imperative in order to fix this horrid run of form. It comes to these particular games, ones that are seen as guaranteed wins, and for good reason. It should realistically be. Despite their good form as of late, Luton, a newly promoted side, started their season on horrid form. Absolutely terrible form. Many were thinking that they were going to do a Cardiff and go pretty much winless from this season. Maybe like a new points low in this season. Despite their good recent form, they're still in 18th place, but a win against Chelsea could or would see them overtake Everton by 2 points with a game currently in hand over the Toffees. That said, coming into this, Chelsea have scored at least 3 goals in our last 3 matches against Luton in all competitions. We've also won all 3 of those fixtures, dating back to 2021, when we would come away with a 3-1 victory. A hat-trick from none other than Mr. Tammy Abraham would see us through to the next round. 8+ players absent in this game. I think I've read 10 plus players now. But that said, Sterling will be back following a recent suspension, much to the dismay of a lot of people. Maybe a lot of people are happy that he's back. But after that Palace game, I don't think people are going to be too happy. However, after, again, our match the other day, Madueke has made a strong claim to start. Likewise, Mudryk, given he's now scored 2 on the bounce. But I've seen Mudryk is a doubt and Lavia is also a doubt for this game. So it remains to be seen. But again, Mudryk, 2 goals in 2 games. Cole Palmer as well returns, one of, if not our best player this season, will return as well, meaning that that spot for Sterling is looking a little bit dicey. Once again, that said, I would be surprised if the once out of favour Madueke pipped Sterling, a regular in the side, to a place in the starting 11 because of a good 30 minutes or so. And whilst it was a fantastic 30 minutes or so for Noddy Madueke, I don't think it's enough to put him out of place. And Pochettino quoted in his press conference today saying that Madueke is a key player coming off the bench, is one of the quotes. So I don't see him being a starter. But then again, it is Luton. I don't know. I think Pochettino will want to end this year with a win. Christopher Nkunku registered his first start the other day, clocking in a good 70 minutes as well. Given his performance, I'd expect to see him start once again, just to keep the rhythm going. But that's then put, not only Sterling, but also Jackson, Broyer's position into question. All recently regular starters, including Broyer, who's played from the get-go a couple of games in a row now. All of them will have a claim to start, but the strong performances we saw the other night can't go unnoticed, and even more so unrewarded. Again, Madueke, you've got to think he's put in a lot of, a strong case to be starting. Out of the three mentioned, though, in Sterling, Breuer and Nicholas Jackson, I think Jackson will have the strongest claim. Obviously, I think he started every single game, if I'm not mistaken, other than when he's been suspended. A really good performance against Palace, despite what many, including myself, have been saying. Yes, he missed a sitter. Yes, he had a goal disallowed from being offside once again, but it was a really good outing for him nonetheless. In hindsight, it shouldn't have been in hindsight. He was good from start to finish. As good as, I wouldn't say as good as everyone else, but it was a good performance that I feel like has gone underappreciated. At the other end of the pitch, Petrovic continues to impress, but frankly, I'm personally very happy, as I'm sure everyone else is, for him to take the #1 role over Sanchez, who is rumoured to be returning sooner rather than later. Has Petrovic done enough to indicate that he should be the new #1? Let me know in the comments down below on that. It may be early days, but as of right now, I think his performances have, for the most part, been faultless. He's had his first 2 games, he had to do diddly squat. But other than that, got us through to the next round of the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup, and has put in a good couple of saves here and there. A strong presence between the sticks, which Sanchez has been a bit hit and miss, it's got to be said. In defence, again, talking of hit and miss, Disasi, Badiashile and Levi Colwill all appear to be out of sorts as of late, especially with the late goal in the first half against Palace. Elise seemingly unmarked, and whilst it was Caicedo's man, I've kept banging on that drum, the defending was shambolic all around. I still stand by my claim that Maatsen is deserving of a left-back start, and that Colwill is and always will be better suited in centre-back. Now, Malo Gusto. For me, I've backed him from the start. I really hoped, obviously he had his injury, I think it was, but he should be a regular starter. When Reece James isn't about, he needs to be a regular starter. For me, one of the first names that should be going on the squad list, the starting 11, every single game that he is available. Absolutely outstanding as of late. His movement is some of the best we've seen on the ball in the last season or so, and his link-up play with Mudryk, albeit for 2 goals, is a joy to watch. It wasn't just the 2 goals. It's from time to time you see like his movement, the spins, everything. He's just so good to watch. And again, another really underappreciated player. Yellow card magnets Gallagher and Caicedo continue to impress despite their disciplinary issues this season. They will remain without Enzo, who stays absent with illness, I believe, anyway. It's a bizarre one. It's a bizarre one. We seemed to be flowy at times during the game the other day. Really good link-up play, majestic movement on the ball, from flicks to tricks and spins from virtually every single player on the pitch. It was a joy to watch until it wasn't. Which is often the theme, as I've mentioned several times in the past. It gets to about half-time and then, a hedge drop. Obviously, we conceded a very late goal. It usually lasts until about 20 minutes or so, as I always say. But still, we got there in the end. But it's all well and good playing well for bursts. But if you don't capitalise, they will, and with this Luton side in solid form over the last couple of games, they will be ready to pounce at any given moment. More specifically, when we make a mistake in defence, allowing the counter that we rarely seem to be able to hold off when the counter-attack is on. Predictions-wise for this game, as we come into the end of this preview, if we can play like we did for the first 45 minutes against Palace, I think it will be a comfortable win. However, like I said, any chances given to Luton with their current form, they will take advantage, with morale being the highest it's probably ever been at Kenilworth Road since promotion, at least. And when playing against a notoriously easy to beat Chelsea side when the day is the day, if Luton are up for it, and they take the chances, it's not a good day for us. The side, the fans, the management, they'll all be up for the occasion leading into the New Year celebrations. It's going to be booming. It's going to be bustling. at Kenilworth Road. And so for that, score-wise, I think it will be a hard one to call as always. But I'm confident that the players are on a high after the chemistry on display against Palace. Certain players in particular will be gunning for a cemented first-team place if given another one this game, a la MADUEKE, and so on and so forth. I'm going for a 3-0 Chelsea win, which is a bold prediction, but I'm not going to say, like I have in the past, and being bolshy, I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy one. I think Luton will be up for this, but I do think we will prove to be too much for them in the end. And so draws the end of yet another year. Let's hope we can end it with a bang. That has been so hit and miss all season. We've struggled finding the fuse for that bang. It's got to be said. Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. Obviously, we're going to have another video shortly after the game for the final video of the season, or of the year. But again, please subscribe, hit the bell button, the bell notification. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. For the final time this year, in a preview, my name is Harry, up the Chelsea, and peace.